you a migrant domestic worker planning to leave Hong Kong? Do you know what you need to prepare? Here is some information that you might want to know. Hi there, and thank you for watching. I'm Justine from Justice Without Borders.
And I'm Karen from Help for Domestic Workers. We put together some information that might be useful if you're leaving Hong Kong to go home.
If my employer terminates me while the COVID-19 situation is still unstable, do I have to leave?
It depends on the following 3 factors. First, can you get a visa extension? Second, are you able to change employers in Hong Kong? And 3, what happens if the immigration department doesn't extend your visa?
So firstly, can I apply for a visa extension?
You can apply for a visa extension if 1. Your employment arrangement has ended and your visa is about to expire, and 2. You fear contracting COVID-19 in your home country or travel restrictions are still in place. However, whether you can get the visa extension is up to the immigration department to decide.
Next, can I request to change employer in Hong Kong?
First, if you've completed your contract and have found and signed with a new employer, you may change employers without leaving Hong Kong. However, if your contract was terminated and you signed a new contract with a new employer, you can apply to delay the exit requirement. If so, your new employer should support your application by writing to the immigration department that they need you to start working as soon as possible. Both your new employer and yourself should promise to comply with the exit requirement before the new visa expires. However, again, it is not guaranteed that the immigration department will allow you to change employers without leaving Hong Kong.
What happens if the immigration department does not extend my visa?
Even if the immigration department doesn't extend your visa, they will likely give you a few extra days. This is for you to arrange your plans to leave Hong Kong. We advise that you leave Hong Kong before your visa expires, otherwise you will be considered to have overstayed, which may cause problems in the future, such as difficulty in getting the Hong Kong immigration department to grant you a new work visa.
So now, for sure, I need to leave Hong Kong. What do I need to prepare?
Whether you are leaving Hong Kong on annual leave or because you were fired, the following points apply.
If I'm a migrant domestic worker from the Philippines, what documents would I need to prepare?
Before leaving Hong Kong, you have to prepare documents for COVID-19 testing and quarantine. First, pre-departure online registration. You have to register at the link shown on the screen for Philippine Red Cross or PRC COVID-19 testing protocol. Second, even if you fail to register online at the PRC, you can still fill out these forms upon arrival at the airport in the Philippines. And there are 2 forms you need to fill out. First, case investigation form. For this, you have to prepare your Philippine health insurance, PhilHealth, membership identification, or number. Second form, the declaration form for COVID-19 quarantine protocols. For this, prepare your up-to-date contact details of your family or contact persons in the Philippines. If you are still working, you will also need your Hong Kong employer's contact information. The information you provide in these two forms will be used for testing and quarantine protocols, contact tracing if you are tested positive, and for immigration clearance upon arrival at the airport.
What do I need to be aware of before I leave?
You should be aware of scammers. Check that you have the air ticket booking reference or e-ticket number. If you're unsure, check directly with the airline to confirm. Otherwise, make sure you ask for these documents from your employer or the agency if necessary. If your employer was the one to book the e-ticket, automatic notifications only go to your employer and you may not be notified. Next, be sure to keep updated on the status of your flight and ensure your visa remains valid. This means applying for an extension if necessary. Your flight to Manila could be affected by the limit of arriving passengers the Philippine government has set. Your flight might be rescheduled. Please refer to the respective airline's website for updates on your flight status. It might also be useful to check the Facebook or Twitter accounts of the airports as shown on the screen.
When I go to the Hong Kong airport, what should I take note of?
Your airline may not accept on-site payments for excess baggage. As such, we recommend that you ensure your baggage was within the weight limit. This means that you may have to leave some belongings in Hong Kong or be prepared to throw things away at the airport. And as of July, there are no pre-departure testing protocols at Hong Kong International Airport for those departing Hong Kong.
Before I leave Hong Kong, do I need to make any quarantine arrangements in the Philippines?
Upon arrival at the airport, the government separates returning Filipino residents into two categories, and each will have their own designated lanes at the airport. The first category is Overseas Filipino Workers, or OFWs. Domestic workers from Hong Kong fall under this category. The government organizes and provides free transportation, meals, and designated quarantine facilities for returning OFWs. So you don't need to make your own arrangements for testing and quarantine. The second category is non-OFWs, which includes Filipino tourists and students who are stranded abroad.
That's all we have for migrant domestic workers from the Philippines. Thank you for watching, and please comment on the video if you have any questions. You can reach out to JWB or help if you need assistance. Stay healthy, stay safe, and see you next time.